Hello and welcome. This is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. This channel evaluates all aspects of true crime. As you are aware, videos and live streams in this genre often discuss elements of crime that may be disturbing to some viewers. If necessary, take the precautions needed to avoid these feelings. Factual information related to cases is the key to fostering rational true crime discussions. Fortunately, you will find that here. Please hit the like button only once, share the video, and subscribe if you like my content. Thank you very much for watching.
Stupid is being nice.
I don't know what happened to my camera. Oh well. God, everything's whacked out. Crazy. I guess my camera doesn't work. Well, anyways, my COVID came back. My Paxlovid rebound. How ridiculous is that? I thought I had like allergies last night. Then this morning I tested myself and it lit up like a Christmas tree. Even though it's been negative for 3 or 4 days in a row. Crazy. Anyways, I think this was an update that was a little bit ago. In the manhunt for the dude in Kentucky.
Are we doing this again?
And again at night.
And
you got something new to say?
Well, we do what we can do. You all tell me when everybody's ready to roll.
Feel good?
Everybody ready? Okay, just questions?
Latest?
We're still searching, and we're going to continue to search until it gets dark, until it becomes dangerous for us to be in the woods. We've not had any luck so far. No trace so far. No information or evidence that's at the scene to indicate that he's there, but we believe that he's there.
At what point do you expand the search parameters? And do you have any more information about like what that parameter is looking like? How
Well,
big?
we're expanding it as we search, as we go along, and as time permits, and as as it gets dark, we just can't be in the woods anymore.
You said earlier that some of his actions appear planned. Expand on that a little bit.
Well, let's look at the whole situation. The car is abandoned up there. He abandons his weapon that he used, and he's apparently still in that area. It's probably one of the most remote exits along the interstate. It just looks like it was a planned event.
Planned for that spot is what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Planned for that spot.
Because of the remoteness and the ability to haul that?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
You mentioned earlier that you recovered a phone. I believe the battery had been taken out of it.
That's so we can't ping.
Sure. But do you think
Sounds like a psycho.
telecommunications in some capacity, or social media, or
We think it's extremely possible. Yes, sir. We will stay until it gets dark. and we anticipate being right back up there in the morning. And again, we have a lot of resources up there, and for us to continue to use those resources at the scene, we obviously believe that he's still in that area.
Has a decision been made about closing schools?
The Laurel County Schools and East Bernstadt, which is an independent district, have both closed for tomorrow, yes.
When you say that you're packing up for the night, do you withdraw all? Can you just kind of explain what the
Yeah,
overnight patrol
just
is like?
just the people that's on the ground in the immediate search area. We're going to continue to contain the area. We're going to continue to have people in the woods. We're not actively searching, of course, but in strategic positions to observe. We're also going to have people down next to the service station. What if he tries to come down and buy him a pop or whatever? You know, we want to be there. But we're going to have the area contained as best that we can.
Are you still hopeful you're going to find him today?
I hope we do. I would love it if we found him. Just because as this continues, it becomes more stressful for the community. It becomes more stressful for the officers that are there because we're looking, and we're trying to find him, and we haven't found him, and it's just stressful for everybody.
Is there a chance that he's not in the area?
It's very possible, yes, sir, but not probable.
Why not probable?
Because of some other information that we have that we cannot release. And we haven't found him, and it's just stressful for everybody.
Is there a chance that he's not in the area?
It's very possible, yes, sir, but not probable.
Why not probable?
Because of some other information that we have that we cannot release. That's the nicest way I can say that.
I'm sorry, you didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, that's okay.
Would it be accurate to say that you probably won't move from that spot unless you get a report that he's been seen in Knox County or some credible report that he's been seen somewhere else?
Correct, yes. And you know, when we do get tips, and we are getting them in other locations, in the Tri-County area, we've had numerous tips. So I saw him just now. I saw him at the grocery store. I saw him at Walmart. And we followed up on the leads. I'm not saying don't call us because maybe one of those leads will pan out. Call us and we'll check it because that's what we do. But we still think that he's in that area up there.
What is the fact that you're getting so many tips from elsewhere say to you, though, about the interest in the community or what the community sees this?
People are watching
Hey,
it on
thanks,
the news.
Lillian.
They're following us on Facebook and on social media, and they want to be involved. They want to help, and they want to help us get this guy off the street.
You get a sense that people are worried about him being out there in Kiwi or wherever?
Sure. And we're all worried about him being out there. I mean, if we found one weapon, there's a possibility that there's another weapon. Why would he leave a weapon behind? So there's a possibility that there's another weapon. So do we really want this guy running around loose with another weapon? Definitely not.
Any more details you can share on the weapon that you did find? Did he buy it? Was it registered to him? Was it bought legally?
You know, I don't have a lot of information on that.
I can't afford it, Lillian. We've been just getting killed on my shows, so I got to be here for every show now because we're so far behind. So can't even rest.
You know if that's true or not?
We're looking at that.
How long are your state and federal partners committed to devoting resources to this search?
You know, as long as we continue to believe that he is in that area, and this is a big deal. I mean, 5 innocent people were shot. I think they're in it with us until we get this guy, whether it's up there or somewhere else.
Have you spoken to family of the suspect? Have they given you any insight as to why he may have done this?
I think there has been a conversation. I'm not privy to what that conversation was, but I think there has been a conversation with family members, yes.
The mayor mentioned the ongoing mental health crisis in the country during the last press conference. Was he having a mental health episode that we know of?
I don't think so, but you know, we have to wonder why he did what he did. You know, a normal person doesn't do this. So we have to wonder, you know, what his mindset was.
Is he planning something else?
That's what I'm saying. We got to get him because he left his rifle behind. That's huge. So he has to have another weapon, right? So we don't want him to cause another incident like this. if we can prevent it.
Any other information on his background, prior arrest?
You know, I'm sure that there are people that are in our organization that are investigating that. I'm not sure what they have found out, but I'm sure that they are looking. Yes, most definitely. I mean, that's what a good investigator would do. Yes, I'm sure we're looking at that. Yes.
If you're unsuccessful in finding him before you close off searching for tonight, how do you ensure that that parameter stays intact, that you continue to wall it on? What goes into that?
We can only put our people in the woods like we did last night, and watch for movement, sound, or anything else that we would hear.
Some ammo.
You know, we're limited once the sun goes down. But we are going to have people in that area and do the very best that we can to ensure that he doesn't exit and leave the area. We're going to do our best.
This is the special response team guys that stay in the road overnight?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, they're trained. They stay out on
our special response team, this is what they do. They lay in the bushes all night long if they have to. And so we feel like we can contain it, yes.
Can you talk a little bit about, you said earlier that the special response team was tired.
Sure, they've been in the woods all day.
Exactly. How heavy is the equipment?
Bad heavy. It's got everything in the world. All their
he said earlier they found the ammunition too. I just said that.
With extra mags for their rifles that they carry. They have a rifle that they carry as well. It's quite a bit of weight.
Plus body armor, right?
And body armor, yes.
Hey, thanks, brown-eyed girl. Probably for political points. I don't know why there's so many shootings around elections.
Probably not. Just those good old
one
eyes,
party uses it for
the
anti-gun purposes.
You know, our people are very well trained, and as are the other teams that are up there. They're all highly trained.
But to believe that there's that you have to believe in a conspiracy that they're all done to support some agenda or something. It's kind of weird though.
Actually, the special response teams and numerous of them are up there, and they have special training above and beyond
thank you,
what the
girl.
patrol officer has.
As far as numbers go, how many sheriff's deputies are out there?
You, my brown girl.
From the other agencies, could you
our total is and has been approximately 40 to 50 people all day long. That's why I say these people are so dedicated, and they so much want to get this guy into custody. I mean, we don't want to see it drag on.
That's all agencies, right?
All agencies, yes, that's correct. Yes.
You were confident that you would get him today. Is this area even harder to search than you thought?
It's pretty bad, and it's starting to get dusk right now, and it's going to almost get impossible to walk through the woods.
How disappointing is it to feel like you're going to get him today, and the sun's about to go down?
Well, we want to get him. I mean, we're going to say it every day that we're going to try to get him today, and that's our goal, is to get him as soon as possible. And be assured that all agencies involved, not just ours, but all agencies involved, that's our primary focus. We want to get that guy safely for us and him.
In some of these more high-profile manhunts, we've seen sometimes them do secondary crimes, trying to break into a car, into a home.
Correct.
In very small rural communities around here. Are their departments prepared potentially to come across him, trying to find a way to prolong his search?
And I keep on addressing this, and I hope you don't think I'm beating it into the ground, but it is so remote, and there's so few houses and anything in that area that the likelihood of him being able to get, especially with us searching, for him to be able to get to a residence and do those sorts of things. And yes, we have to consider that, but for him to get to a location such as that, very remote chance.
He's still on the west side of the interstate, right?
Yes, correct.
Do you think he fled his vehicle because he got a flat? The picture that you posted on Facebook shows
no,
one of the back
no.
tires is flat.
We don't believe that. I cannot elaborate on that, but no, we do not believe that that's the case.
So he's over here.
Excuse me, what was the question again?
There's discourse that he's...
Him.
In some of these more high-profile manhunts, we've seen sometimes them do secondary crimes, trying to break into a car, into a home.
Correct.
Very small rural communities around here. Are their departments prepared potentially to come across him, you know, trying to find a way to prolong his search?
You know, and I keep on addressing this, and I hope you don't think I'm beating it into the ground, but it is so remote and there's so few houses and anything in that area that the likelihood of him being able to get, especially with us searching, for him to be able to get to a residence and do those sorts of things. And yes, we have to consider that, but for him to get to a location such as that, very remote chance.
He's still on the west side of the interstate, right?
Yes, correct.
Do you think he fled his vehicle because he got a flat? The picture that you posted on...
Very remote chance.
He's still on the west side of the interstate, right?
Yes, correct.
Do you think he fled his vehicle because he got a flat?
They seem really certain he's on the west side.
The picture that you posted on Facebook, it shows
no,
one of the back
no.
tires is flat.
We don't believe that. I cannot elaborate on that, but no, we do not believe that that's the case.
There's discourse that he might no longer be on foot. Do you have any reason to believe that?
Excuse me, what was the question again?
There's discourse that he's no longer on foot. Do you have any reason?
No, we believe he's still on foot.
Do you have any information on his employment background? Was he employed?
I've heard some discussion, but I don't know the specifics on it. I have heard some discussion. I'm sure we're looking at all those things because everything's important. Everything's important in helping us understand his mindset and, you know, what's he going to do next, because we have to anticipate. I'm also trying to get you all a picture of the AR. I've not had any success yet, but I'm working on it for you. And there is a 9 o'clock at the Civic Center that all department heads that are associated with this investigation and the ground search are going to be there. Further questions, guys? You know, I wish we could find him tonight, and we're trying our best. We're doing our best, and we're going to continue to do our best. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Where's that at? Is it just close?
Yeah, it's about as the crow flies. In fact, that's almost the top of the building right there, that kind of beige.
You go from Main Street, go right, Bruce.
Main, right.
It's about 2 blocks over at the most. And there's a marquee out front. It's going to be really
Civic
easy to
Center?
find. Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that was going to be my question.
Yeah.
So it's just right
Yeah.
up.
We've talked about the record, Susan. So if you've only watched it in here, then you would have got the fact that he had like a 3rd degree terroristic act. I guess he threatened somebody's dog. Apparently, that's what his aunt says. Who knows? I don't know if he's got other charges. I haven't seen it. I mean, we can play some of the other ones today if you want, while we're waiting.
Road at the top of the hill off of exit 49, down another little trail off of that Forest Service road, very near the end.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they've got a helicopter out there tonight. Not sure why. Is anybody here? And if I'm going to do this, I need you guys to be typing and, you know, having a conversation or something. I'm not in the mood to have another one of those shitty nights where I'm just blabbing around and nobody's really doing anything. All right. Yeah. It's weird. So anyways, it's on the west side of the highway. They had their command center there. This is where the shooting happened. They were talking about up on a hill somewhere that overlooks. So maybe we could, you know, maybe it's like right up here. Yeah, there's that tower up here. So maybe he was up on this higher ground, not shooting from the tower, but like literally like up here somewhere and shooting people. Yeah, right. But hey, you guys, if you're out there and you have the ability to, if you could please help support this channel. We're really kind of have a struggling month, so if you have the ability to, that'd be great. There's no rhyme or reason why this month is any different than any other month, but if you can, that'd be great. Thanks. I mean, hell, it could be over here too. I don't know. Apparently it was on a hill, but maybe the hill was on this side. Way over off the edge of this or something. Because he's on the west side. I don't know if he ran across the highway or... Thank you, Valencia's mom.
Go ahead. Signal 471.
Hey, thanks, Anna, or Ann Dunlap. Not about to say Anna, but Ann Dunlap. And Jim P. Got COVID fog brain too, so yeah, I got a rebound from the my first. I've had COVID twice, but this time I got it again with Paxlovid, and then I got a certain number of people. Usually, if you got a rebound before, you'll get another one. And so that's what I got this time, even though I tested negative for 3 or 4 days in a row. And then, just out of nowhere, today it was like lit up like a Christmas tree. My nose is stuffy. My lungs are sort of, irritated a little bit. No idea. So, I don't know how long it's going to take now to... It's really frustrated with a lot of stuff.
Signal 1, have a good evening.
We don't know where he is now, so I don't know how far he would have gone.
Sorry.
Apparently he's over here somewhere.
Oh, yeah, it's getting 98. Spoke to female. She climbed me, got back to work. Says he's 10-4 now. That ain't left. He's UTL on him here. 2030, sir. 31.
Yeah, I never even heard that there was a road rage incident. I heard that somebody shot people. Now it sounds like he's a psycho. He just went there to shoot people. Didn't even know who they were.
Suspicious subject complaint. 3000 block Winding Blade Road, 3000
I know what that means,
Blade Road.
I know what that means.
You trail on out Winding Blade and you pass Kaywood and before you get to Hazel Patch.
Oh, you were saying, well, yeah, that'd be great.
Subject in the woods with a flashlight.
That would be cool, Susan, but
Yep, 27.
that kind of...
23rd.
It looks like there's another press conference in 25 minutes. So maybe we'll do that. Because I wanted to go over a couple of these transcripts. They're pretty crazy. The stuff that I didn't even... We got details in there in the Delphi case. I mean, we can kind of have the scanner audio on the side, but... Yeah. So other than Brown Eyed Girl, we're at $20. So if you guys are out there and you can help support the channel, I'd appreciate it. My channel relies on the, quote, generosity of all of you guys. And, I don't know what else to tell you. That has been my model. I don't know if it's a great model, but I can't really
Hello
convert.
and welcome. This is Gray Hughes of Gray
Hold on a
Hughes
second, I'm trying to find
Investigates on
something.
YouTube.
Yeah. So if you look at this one, I don't know why my image isn't showing.
2547, 2547 Johnson Road, caller advised here to single gunshots on male subject. Come out of the wood line.
2547. What'd they say? Johnson Road? Let's see. Hold on. They said somebody's running out of the road, right? Woods over in this area. Hold on. Right over here. Right? They said like 2547 Johnson Road. But that's way out of the... I mean, that's miles and miles away. Don't know what that means. Yeah, so we're one of the only channels out there, if not the only, who every single month gives a huge portion of the income from the actual channel revenue, okay? So if you look right here, this channel's given $212,315 to DNA funds, a scholarship fund, and Texas EquiSearch, RAIN, tons of other people. It's been hard to give to them lately because for some unknown... I mean, I know the economy isn't great, but the way that it just kind of went is not really indicative of that. So we have 212,315. We've given 32,000 this year, 57 last year, 62 the year before that. Last year was actually probably better than the year before. We just had these 2 crazy months with all these wild cases, so it got up that high. But we're, you can see we've only got, if we get to 42 or something, it'd be, maybe 45 or 50 this year would be great. But I need you guys' support on here, and this is what we have been doing, that while I'm doing the shows, you guys send in super chats and whatnot. You can put a comment up there. And at the end of the month, we have our donation night. Then I send money out from the income that comes in, etc. All right? So does that make anybody go, all right, let's do it? Or not? Because it seems like every time I bring this stuff up lately, it has no effect whatsoever on a soul. And it's really getting very discouraging, to be honest with you. All right, anyways. So that address they just gave out was over here, which is... probably that's 12 miles away, and that would mean he's not on the west side of the highway at that point. And put his finger on, yeah, well, that sounds like this guy just drove up there and wanted to shoot some people. I mean, that's crazy. That's a psycho. See what I mean?
Let's go. Sure. 2038.
Yeah. Huh? Oh, yeah, but why do we need the initial scanner clips?
You get a head count of any that's not on the roadway that's down here that's in the woods. If they're on the roadway, they're blocking the road, I'm good to go. I just need to know who's in the woods right now.
Hear that?
Okay, so I'm not
After wondering which law enforcement.
Okay, now you want me to play some other YouTubers shit. Okay. Forget it.
Trying to get here. Trying to catch up to the moped, 2 bells going. Heard it start up. I flip by the wood line where he said they heard 2 gunshots from. Oh, 2041, my 42.
Right, exactly. Yeah. See what I'm saying, Lillian? Doesn't matter.
This one for a check on 75. We're going to actually on 75, or was he at the 552 overpass?
Hey, thanks. Ursula Rita, okay.
I'll call back and see if he's here. Hey.
Why would I play another YouTuber's clip, Zozo?
Suicide.
I'm not going to play another YouTuber's clip on here, especially when they're live at the same time. Does that make any sense to anybody? Jesus, it's ridiculous. Let's see. Nope, I haven't really got any rest yet. Thanks, Ursula Rita. Right. Of course, when you say it, everybody goes and looks for it, right? The sleuth kit, yeah. Exactly. Maybe I can do the other one if it's not from the same person.
31. Go ahead.
See, the other clip says, how many times...
There's a Trooper 97 there. Headed to signal. 10-4, I'll, as the, warm-up days. Negative 830 secure. Let's go.
Are you going to rage quit, Ursula? All right.
Calling East Pittsburgh Church Road. What was the marriage?
Yeah, so I guess we'll just play the clip, right? So another YouTuber's clip. Here we go. Let's see. It's agenda-free TV. Okay, got to give them credit since I'm playing it. Where is it?
10-4. I should be 27 in just a minute.
That's not the one. I think it's right
You
here.
get a head count of any that's not on the roadway that's down here that's in the woods. If they're on the roadway, they're blocking the road, I'm good to go. I just need to know who's in the woods right now.
Hear that? They're wondering which law enforcement are in the woods.
Did you copy that?
So what?
Well,
He makes everything seem really interesting.
I'm
every
on
once in
from
a while.
88 Little County Road. She can observe a male, gray jogging pants, no shirt, carrying a black rifle, firing randomly. He's on foot.
Whoa!
Definitely road at this time.
Okay, forget it.
You get a head count of any.
I could do that too. I could pretend. Right? I could be like, "Oh my God! Oh Jesus! Listen to that! Holy Mother of God! Did you hear that, everybody? Holy oh. I guess that would be probably more entertaining. I guess. Oh, cool, Ursula.
10-4, you guys, GHI 04.
No.
10-4, 24.
Oh, I didn't see that. You sent me another clip, Zozo, that there's nothing on it. Another link. Let me show you what I see when I click on it. Watch. So when I click on it, it looks like this. How many times you post this after you found this? I counted like 10 at least. That's what you sent me. So I'm trying to play it, and there's nothing there. You know, I don't know what that means. How many times you post this? So you sent me that one. And then you sent me that same one that we just looked at. Yeah, it's like this post right here. Yeah, I guess there's this one too, maybe. We could. Breaking news! Breaking news! How's that sound, you guys?
25 and the 909 is where they're.
I just passed some gas, everybody! Breaking news!
10-4, I should be 27 in just a minute.
I'm playing the one. I found the 5-minute one.
11:38.
Yeah, it's not. There's nothing there though. It just says something. See, look at that, Allie Kick. She sent in 5 because I was excited.
241, you broke up, but you back. How do you run by me saying there were shots fired east of me? Can you advise?
How many gunshots have you guys heard? I've heard like 50 different times
They
where
advised that there were shots fired around the
there's shots fired.
power lines. And they were coming up on the power lines. Go ahead. 361, that's when PD had eyes on him for a little bit. 2047. They lost sight of him. 10-4. Do you know where at?
Well, why do you think that made him think it was road rage? Just sounds like gunshots.
316.
Ugh.
River Road, just across the Log County line into Rock Castle, about 4 miles down it. They got some type of music festival going on. 300 civilians on plea. Good. 720 on. 728. I saw the trail of the power line. 2048. Shots. Made it across the power line. We got the highway on the ridge here. 10-4 copies. Houston, there's supposed to be some type of festival on the river. We'll call you.
I hope so.
1907. 665.
Railroad tracks, do the needle follow the power line down to them, or do they run parallel to the power lines?
Have they said that yet? Because I haven't heard it yet. Oh, God.
Good. Where exactly are you? 665, stand up just one. 38. Johnson Road and Hatcher Road. 38, go ahead. $30. None. Should be coming from Corbin on the other side. 665.
Okay, as a DUI at one point.
Cadillac. Review SUV. White color. 147. Southwest. Over the railroad tracks. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I don't know where it is. We already heard it because I gotta.
128.
What's your phone number?
871
Lincoln, Nora, Charles, Boy,
Please drop to the
30469.
Lincoln 9, Charles Boy, Ford, Mary 130469. Is that correct?
Well, we're currently at about 40%, you guys. If you have the ability to help support the channel, that'd be great. Thank you.
John 8 Mary 903.
That's shitty.
Good.
That one flew right through there.
Kentucky out in color break. 190818. Henry 94190 818.
Well, how did it go at the party after that? Yeah, I don't really know exactly where the real sightings are. We keep hearing, oh, so-and-so saw somebody shoot, heard somebody with a gun, and they started running. You know, but they seem to think they're still west of the highway. A really wooded area up here. I don't know if this plane is actually trying to detect, infrared stuff. Don't know. Yeah, we're just listening to some audio. After the press conference, I might try to, I don't know. Jeez, I'm not sure what I'm going to try to do. Just brutal. Did you hear what I said, Zozo? I asked what happened when you got to the party. Oh, by the way, you know that the case of hold on, Jesus. Yeah, we've a bunch of people sent me the links, but I'm not gonna sit there and cover it. Ah, crap. I don't know, man. Nothing works anymore. Elijah Vu was found. The Manitowoc County Sheriff's Office is actively investigating the discovery of human skeletal remains located on private property in the town of Two Rivers on Saturday, September 7th. A local deer hunter came upon the remains and immediately notified law enforcement. This is that case where the kid was at home and then the guy was really militant. The sheriff's office is...
11:30, you said 4.
Yeah, so we're, fully aware of ongoing case missing 3-year-old Elijah Vu, who disappeared in February. However, at this time we were unable to confirm.
10-4, law services and around. What holes do you want? Which 2050.
So just maybe somebody else would throw me in jail tonight. I mean, this is just, they're getting so hard. But even then, I'd probably sit in jail for another hour.
London, 98, that detail.
That's an old one. Thank you, Kimberly.
Yeah. Oh.
What, 31 months?
31. You can put me in 27 area, Carolina boy. 1131. Go ahead, buddy. Therefore, just want to advise you, you're off the phone with ATF, they advise that they're 97 in the area as well. They're in a blue Ford and white Chevy. Good. Therefore, thanks, sir. Go ahead. This owner's public service, he's pulling up right now. I'm going to let you on him. Show me a nice owner here on this 45 Air Bridge. 2101.
It'd be pretty scary to be a cop knowing somebody has a gun. I know there's a press conference. I don't see it though. You know, I'm refreshing and don't see it. So, oh well. Guess we'll miss this one too. There's supposed to be one right now. I don't see it. Yeah. It's hard though. Like, because the channel's doing so poorly, I have to do shows and I can't rest. That's the sad part. You know, it's just like, Jesus Christ, there's no breathing room at all. Just absolutely getting hammered. Be great though, wouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where the live stream is. I don't know how long it's going to last in there. No idea. Only got 236 people watching. So. If anybody has the link, go ahead and email it to me, because I don't see it now.
Subject. Another. LA 52. LA 52. Alright, when I say go.
Does anybody know that the press conference is going on? Can anybody see it? Because I don't.
Y'all 10-4. Yeah, 10-4.
I'll watch that one then.
Go ahead. 98 is cab. 10-10-3-1. 98. Alpha.
Okay, hold on. It's not the same place as... I guess that is not the same though.
Well, he may be. You know, last night we're not going to send.
I can't rewind it.
Walking through the woods because we do know this guy is armed, supposedly armed, and that's why he could be sitting, and we're not going to be setting ducks in the woods. But we did have snipers that was on point that stayed at scene all night last night. Looking at the ridge where the shots was fired from. And I can guarantee you one thing, we're doing aggressive patrols. I spoke with the KSP Public Affairs Officer, Scotty, over here, and he says, they have like 20 units that's going to be in the area on patrol tonight. The Sheriff's Office has patrol units. The city has patrol units. We've had numerous outside agencies that's come in to tell us. So when we say, these efforts cease at night, it's just for the safety of those that's searching, but still yet we have patrol efforts going. So at this time, I will open it up and we will do our best to try to answer your questions.
Sheriff, he may be watching this. What is your message to him?
Well, my message would be, that we would ask that he would give himself up. And we're not going to quit until we do lay hands on him, and we was really hoping, maybe we wish that would have been last night. We was hoping today. We hope tonight. We hope tomorrow. But this effort is not going to stop. We've already got all the arrest warrants. The Commonwealth Attorney here has prepared that, looked over that. Everything's in place. So if we do lay hands on him, that we will take him into custody. So if he's watching, it would be his best interest to surrender and turn himself in. Hopefully, no more harm to no one else, or to the residents, or to our officers.
Sheriff, you seem to believe pretty fervently that he is still armed. I'm curious, was there any evidence that you found, a 7 caliber round or something like that would indicate that this individual is carrying it?
No, we're going on what we've been told, and like I say, it is open investigation. I really can't elaborate on that, but we have been told that. As far as knowing, we've not laid hands on him, we've not recovered no other weapons. That's just what we've been told, that we're passing on to you.
Can I ask, what do you mean that's what you've been told?
We've been told by some outside sources that he could be armed, but we're not revealing that. We don't know. We cannot verify that. Like I said, we've not laid eyes on him or contacted him. We don't know, but we have been told. And that's the way we're going to treat it,
But these are sources, I'm sorry. No, but these are sources outside of, when you say outside sources outside of law enforcement?
Yes.
Do we know how he obtained the AR-15 firearm that he used, and how many other weapons he made hold?
He obtained a firearm at a local place here in London, but it was obtained, legally. He went through the ATF. He went through all the proper paperwork, and we have the paperwork. We have that paperwork, copies of the receipts. But that was obtained, if you're not a felon or something, if you can go in, you can fill the paperwork. Anyone can purchase the guns.
When was that?
That was yesterday.
Around what time this evening did the active search conclude?
I think it was after dark, right at the edge of dark. But when you say conclude, it's like last night. At dark, we did conclude, but KSP had choppers up with FLIRs. We had drones with FLIRs, but it was right at dark.
What do you? How big is the search area and how much has been searched?
I'll have somebody else will probably have to answer that. It's huge, and that area, I know you guys have heard all day that It's just really, really rough terrain.
it's
A lot of cliffs, mountains. It's really rough terrain. But I don't know. Has anybody got a better? There's thousands of acres. I mean, I can't tell you exactly how many. There's just thousands of acres. Yeah, it's a big area, very secluded.
It runs into the national forest also.
Yeah. A lot of national forest land.
How many people?
I would say 150 plus. You know, I mean, I don't know if you can say actively searching. We have a lot of supervisors, that's there. But probably the ground crews, I'd say it would be safe to say, Captain, 40 to 50 maybe on searches. You know, just a rough estimate. I can't give you an exact number, but a large group.
What time will searches start tomorrow?
Probably
08.
We're going to be meeting in the morning at 0800, and searches will start shortly after that.
What can you share about his background?
I'll have to let somebody else speak on that.
He's originally from the Knox-Whitley County area, and he does have a military background. He served in the National Guard for at least 4 years, and he was a member of the Engineer Battalion.
You guys mentioned that this area is large. Can you describe the terrain? Why is it so low?
I'll explain why last night was. So if you are getting off at exit 49, if you're coming southbound on the interstate and you look to your right, there's a cliff there, okay? And that cliff has a ledge on the top, and it has a ledge about 30 feet down. He was on a ledge about 30 feet down from the top of that cliff where he fired from. And that's characteristic of that entire area back there. So in order for me to find that this morning, when we located that site, I had to grab a tree and lean over and look. So that's impossible to do in the nighttime without falling off a cliff.
So aside from exit 45, are you guys canvassing any other areas?
I'm Master Trooper Scotty Pennington, Kentucky State Police. I'm the Public Affairs Officer here at the London Post. First, I want to thank everybody up here. The Sheriff's Department, City Police, ATF, they have worked tremendously hard at this effort, and this is why they've asked us to come in and help with the manhunt. There's no way that they can continue to do this and do it safely. So we've got 16 posts around the state police, and we've requested troopers from several different posts to come in and help with this manhunt. Around 1,600 hours tonight, Sheriff's requested the Kentucky State Police to come in and help with the manhunt. We activated around 20 to 25 troopers from other posts and our post, and about an hour after that, we went in and searched a very, when you say large area, for walking in a jungle, because that's what you're basically in, it's a large area. I mean, you actually need machetes and everything to get through these thickets of woods. And, you know, you can't do it very fast because you don't want to leave no rock unturned, and you don't know if he's in that area. So you got to be very slow-paced at what you do. So that's why we brought in all the extra resources. We will continue to stay in the area. Us, the Sheriff's Department, Rockcastle County Sheriff's Department, will be in this area, making sure the citizens in that community, they feel some kind of sense of security and safety. Just give us time, and hopefully we can resolve this in a timely manner, in a very quick manner. I'm open for any other questions. I hope I answered your question.
How concerned should residents be that there's this guy out there with these
31 on.
Well, I mean, you need to lock your doors. You need to, if you have security cameras, make sure you're constantly watching them. Maybe keep your porch lights on. Have communication, have your cell phone, and make sure your phones are charged up, because you never know when you might have to contact somebody or law enforcement, and we want those tips. Like the sheriff said, we want you to call us. Don't care if it's a county over, if it's a Dollar General store, you see somebody walking up down the interstate. We want you to call us, and we're going to answer those calls. No matter if it's a small road, it's a gravel road, it's a creek bed, it's the interstate, we're going to have officers and troopers and deputies in this area until morning breaks.
Do we
At this time, I don't know that information. There's a lot of smarter people than me behind and behind the scenes working on things to try to find those answers. If maybe he's been in that area before, and that's technology that I don't know how to use, but we have resources that are trying to help us with that.
Know what his motive is yet?
I don't know what his motive is yet. That part is still under investigation by the Sheriff's Department.
To be clear, however, this was at random.
I don't know why anybody would go up there and start shooting at people. I can't get in somebody's brain of why they do something this crazy. But it's an act of violence, and innocent people have got hurt, and property damage as well. And for the people of Laurel County and Rockcastle County, I know they're at fear, and hopefully, we're going to put it to ease soon.
Sir, there's an array of agencies represented on this platform here. I'm curious, was he on anyone's radar prior to this incident?
Not that I'm aware of, but the sheriff might be able to answer that better than I can.
No.
But no.
No, sir. No.
Have you spoken to his family, and if you have, what can you share about that?
I have not directly spoken to it. That is part of the investigation that at this time we can't discuss, but that we have interviewed family members. The Sheriff's Department has, and they're doing a great job with it.
Are you concerned that you don't have enough manpower to find this guy?
That's not my concern. I think we will have plenty of manpower, and the state police work in conjunction with the Sheriff's Department. They're getting a break. They need a break. And when you're out there and you're away from your families, it's hot, it's cold. You got a lot of emotions going. You're away from your own loved ones. So sometimes you just need to step back, go catch a couple hours sleep, eat, and then get back in the fight. And we're going to take over and help them with that as long as they want us to.
Changing your strategy at all tomorrow?
Well, we have people that are a lot smarter than me that do this stuff pretty regularly, and we will continue to use helicopters and drones, K9s, search teams. We'll bring in fresh troopers, fresh officers from other agencies, and we'll work together to there's a lot of land out there. He explained it earlier like a jungle, but it's also ATV trails. There's trails everywhere back in there where side-by-sides and four-wheelers and trucks go and drive.
71 dispatch.
You mentioned he purchased this weapon yesterday. At what time?
10-10.
Sheriff, you have to answer that.
I don't have the exact time. We have it. I don't have it with me. It was sometime yesterday morning.
So it was in the morning and then in the afternoon?
That's my understanding, yes, sir.
And was it just the weapon?
6-400. 10-10 signal.
It's the weapon and about 1,000 rounds of ammunition, most of which we have recovered.
You guys mentioned that you guys need a break from searching. How do you think he maybe survived out there?
We're still trying to ascertain how much preparation he put into this. We searched his house this evening. We have a lot of stuff from that, a lot of devices that we're going to download, that we're going to crack. We're going to get more information. But we can't rule out the fact that he could have committed suicide back there, and we have not found him yet.
Going back to his military experience, was there like an honorable discharge? Anything you can share about that?
I don't have that information.
The longer he's out there, are you worried about more lasting impacts, like schools are already canceling tomorrow? As more time goes on, he's not found. What could that look like? More schools not having class the rest of the week?
I think at some point we're going to do everything we can do to catch this guy or find him. And the longer we continue and the more area we clear and the more places we are sure he is not, the safer people are going to feel. And I'm confident eventually we'll figure it out and we'll find him. But at this point, we're doing everything we can to find him at this point.
You guys mentioned that he may not have been on anyone's radar just give us some insight? I think he did have some sort of, even if it's a small criminal record, can you share what his record with law enforcement?
It's minimal, my understanding right there.
Yeah, it's I ran a statewide criminal history on the date when it's very minimal. I think there was a dismissal or two, a traffic ticket, I think a domestic violence within the last 6 months. Is that about right?
I'm not sure.
So I think there was a divorce action that was at some point also. There was nothing in his criminal history that made me think, oh, we should have known this was coming. It's just not there, very minimal.
But there was a domestic violence.
If I'm not mistaken, I saw, so it's kind of listed as a D case. If you're looking through court records, there was a D case. It could have been a divorce. And for some reason, I wanted to think I saw some type of an emergency protective order at some point in time.
One thing that we would like to reiterate to the public in London and Laurel County, as the sheriff has said, is there's multiple agencies on the streets. Not only the London City Police, the Laurel Sheriff's Department. You may see the city police in the county. You may see the county in the city, the state troopers throughout the community, and plus we have other agencies from like Williamsburg, Jackson County that are assisting and helping patrol throughout the normal patrols in the county and in the city. So while we ask people to be vigilant throughout their homes or about their travels, just rest assured too, you have a lot of emergency services that are on the streets tonight, and then we'll be continuing tomorrow as well. As far as the schools, we have been in talks with the superintendents in this area. We will continue to update the school systems as we get it from the Laurel County Sheriff's Office, and of course their priority is to keep our children safe. So it's going to be according to how the investigation goes leading in tonight and in tomorrow.
Any other questions?
Do you know about how many rounds were he shot?
We know we have 12 vehicles hit and multiple rounds in most of those vehicles, and I know from the brass that I saw this morning, 20 to 30 is my best guess, but I didn't count them, so that's about as good as I can do.
Just to clarify, 12 vehicles hit?
So, yeah, what you got to understand is we have the vehicles, the people that were shot were traveling in. There was also vehicles hit that were not, no one was injured in. And some of those vehicles got all the way home before they realized they had a bullet hole in them. So that number has climbed over the last 24 hours, and we're at about 12 right now.
So 12 vehicles hit by bullets?
Correct.
And I also just want to confirm with the number of victims, there was 5 victims with a Mavic shot, and then 2 with the car collision. They were injured because of maybe a car wreck, with total 7, or is that incorrect?
I know of 5 victims. I know nothing about a car wreck that was unrelated to the shooting.
You guys have anything?
My name is Michael Stansbury. I'm the special agent in charge for the FBI's Louisville field office. I just wanted to come up here and say for a minute that we certainly know that the impact this is having on the community here in Laurel County, that people are afraid right now. They certainly have a right to be. This thing doesn't happen every day. And, you know, when someone's driving down the freeway and then random shots start coming in, it is terrifying. But law enforcement, the FBI, the ATF, and everyone up here is doing everything they can to, one, solve this investigation, to make the case to prove that this individual is the one who, in fact, did this crime, but also to make sure that we apprehend him and get him into custody. And whether that is tomorrow or tonight, tomorrow, or next week, we are not going to stop on this case until we do find him and we take him into custody. I will say that on the FBI's part, what we are here for is to, one, assist the Laurel County Sheriff's Department with the investigation, and 2, also assist the Kentucky State Police with the apprehension. We have essentially 4 types of elements out right now. First and foremost, we have investigators. We do have an office here in London with investigators. Them, and along with our agents from the Lexington office, have been down here and are working side by side with the Laurel County Sheriff's investigators, conducting interviews, collecting evidence, and trying to work as diligently as they can to solve this case. We also have our evidence recovery team has been helping the Sheriff's Department at the crime scenes recover the evidence, package it, process it, and assisting with the search warrants to make sure we can analyze that and get them everything they need to prosecute this case. And then next, we have a tactical component. Our Special Weapons and Tactics team is out actually working with KSP to try and find this individual. This does take specialized training, special agents, and law enforcement officers with the skills and the equipment to traverse this. We just can't put any agent out there walking through the woods and safely trying to apprehend this individual. So we are working hard with that. And then finally, our Victim Services Division is working with the victims that are in the hospitals around the area, working with them and their families, trying to do everything we can to support them. So we will be here until this case is, until, you know, this individual is in custody or he's found. So with that, are there any questions y'all would have for me?
You listed him as a person of interest for quite some time today, and I'm curious, I mean, what was the linchpin that kind of tipped this over to, you know, officially put him as a suspect?
I think the evidence that we recovered at the scene pretty much locks that down. I don't want to go into, as the sheriff said, of all the evidence that we've collected, because there is a case that if we do catch this individual, the Commonwealth Attorney is going to have to prosecute him. So we don't want to obviously try this case in the media, but we do have solid evidence. As the sheriff said, his vehicle was at the scene. A firearm that he purchased yesterday was at the scene. I am confident that his fingerprints will be found on that firearm. His DNA will be found on that firearm. And there is other evidence from, as the sheriff said, witnesses we've talked to about statements he's made and things he's said. So we've got the evidence, we believe, to, you know, to put forth that he did this. So we're pretty confident we have the right individual.
Can you elaborate? What do you mean statements that he made?
To other people, things he has said to other people. That, all I will say, I don't want to go into the detail of exactly what he said. All I will say is statements he's made, interviews people about his state of mind and what he wanted to do. We have interviewed people. We feel pretty confident that this is the individual.
Do you feel like you're dealing with somebody who is well equipped to stay out in the woods for a while? Is there any indication that, you know, he's an avid camper or maybe always rusty?
I don't know that. You know, I know the information that we have. I don't know that I would want to just give that all out here right now, because one is, I think you said earlier, he could be watching this right now, and we certainly don't want to tip our hand on everything that we're doing and everything that we know about him. It's possible, but I do not know at this time if he has one with him or not.
If you don't care, just go ahead and take my time.
All right, I'll turn it back over to you, Sheriff. Thank you.
Yeah, we're coming around 21, 20.
Major, Captain, got anything you want to elaborate on? I'm Major Eric Walker, Kentucky State Police. I just wanted to reassure everyone that Kentucky State Police, at the request of Sheriff Root, has undertaken the steps to move forward with the manhunt portion of this in conjunction with other tactical resources that we have available through the state and our federal partners. We have a plan in place that we'll execute tomorrow, not to rehash. The citizens of the Commonwealth here in this locale can be assured that state police resources have been brought to bear. There will be routine patrols in the area, and we have ensured that we've got troops from other post areas brought into the area. So there's adequate manpower to ensure safety in the community. Any questions? Thank you.
Let me clear something up. I misspoke earlier, and I want to make sure you guys have the accurate information. It was a condition of his bond not to have contact with the victim on a terroristic threatening charge. That terroristic threatening charge was dismissed. It was not a domestic violence order, so I misspoke on that. As soon as I stepped back, I thought, I think I missed that. So I want to clear that up. There's no domestic violence order in his past that we can see in Kentucky. There was a terroristic threatening charge that was dismissed in Knox County. Say again. My name is Jackie Steele. I'm the Commonwealth Attorney for Laurel and Knox County, 27th Judicial Circuit. No, take that part. I know there's issues that they're talking to some people. I don't think they were married. That's when I stepped back. I wanted to check again. So I'm not going to speak as to exactly the terroristic threatening charge and underlying. I don't know the facts to that. So I'm not going to speak to the facts to it. I do know there was a condition of his bond not to any contact with the victim, and that's where I misunderstood it and misspoke. Any other questions, guys, for me? That would have been in Knox, Kansas this year. If you give me 1 second, I think it was
326-24.
326. Thank you. Jody Albright, the county attorney here in Laurel County.
Yeah, I'm Jody Albright, the Laurel County attorney. I just want to say to the citizens of Laurel County and the surrounding areas, even this morning when we were at church, we saw a state trooper in our parking lot. There is a greatly increased law enforcement presence in Laurel County as we speak presently. I also have, at the UK game, I was at the UK game last night or yesterday afternoon and didn't get to enjoy that game for a couple of reasons, but one was that my phone started blowing up, and it is amazing the outpouring of support from different counties, my fellow county attorneys, Commonwealth attorneys, elected officials. I've had contact from CAICO officials who have offered support and wanted me to, when I had a chance, and I'll take that chance right now, to encourage our local law enforcement and to thank them for all that they do. So I want to thank each and every one of you officers and elected officials for all you do in keeping Laurel County safe. I understand that people are afraid. I get that. But there are no finer law enforcement officers and first responders than there are here in Laurel County. And we do need to be vigilant. You need to be constantly on the lookout and until this passes. But rest assured that everything that can be done is being done. Rest assured that once this individual is captured and taken into custody, that he will be prosecuted, and I have utmost faith in our Commonwealth Attorney Jackie Steele and our judicial system that he will be brought to justice and justice will be served. But please understand that what they're talking about. As a young man, as I was out in that area, Cromer Ridge area, it is a vast area. He could be there for a long time. If he's still alive, he could be there for a long time. We don't know, but I have utmost confidence if he is in this area, he will be found and brought to justice. So, and I would also reiterate that if anybody has information, please bring that information forward now. No tip is too small, and please share that. You don't know, that tip may be the tip that solves the case or brings him to justice. So, any questions from, I guess, for myself or Jackie Steele on the legal aspect of this case? All right, good, thanks.
Okay, guys, in closing, I just want to reiterate to the residents of this county that you can see the guys that's representing each agency on this stage and myself that we're doing everything that we can do. And like I say, just be confident. And I want to thank the people for everything from a prayer to we've had lunches, we've had water, we've had phone calls, we've had tips, and that's exactly what we want you to continue to do. But we are out in full force, and I'm confident, as JL said, that this guy will be brought to justice and he will be located soon. And I thank you guys. Thank you.
All right, guys, I give it a shot. So thank you to Allie Cake, Susan Chamberlain, Brown Eyed Girl, Richard Watts, Valencia's mom, Ann Dunlop, Jen P, Ursula Rita, didn't even come close again, just Allie Cake, Kimberly Gabaldon, and Coffee Bean Queen. And Kimberly Gabaldon became a channel member. All right. Well, I'm not gonna do the Delphi thing. Just gonna go rest. All right, have a good one.
Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person That is a crime dissector, flag rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Grader's gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a pup protector. Fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his pector. With all respect, y'all, just remember I've a temple fucking check ya. I have no agenda, I'm no pretender, and I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. All right, everybody? Talk to you later.